With the 2025 NFL season rapidly approaching, it's a good time to analyze the contract situation at the game's most important position for all 32 clubs. For this list, we're going with our projected Week 1 starters for all 32 teams. Essentially, the rankings are based on value. And one last note, all quarterback salary and contract details are courtesy of SpotTrack.com. So with that, let's rank all 32 starting quarterback contracts for 2025 from worst to first. Number 32, Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars. By no means are we saying that T-Law is one of the worst QBs in the game. We're simply stating that he doesn't justify that mammoth 5-year, $275 million deal that the Jaguars handed him a year ago. It's just way too much money for a QB that's proven to be barely above average up to this point. A 22-38-0 record, 69 touchdowns, and 46 interceptions through 2 seasons does not exactly scream elite. And it is mind-boggling that the Jaguars gave him that much money in the first place. Number 31. Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals. The 5-year, $230.5 million extension for Murray seemed fair at the time in 2022. I mean, he had just led the team to its first playoff berth in 6 years after all. But the Cardinals have been a bottom feeder ever since he signed that deal, recording 3 straight losing seasons. He has not at all resembled the guy who looked like an MVP candidate in the first half of 2021. Simply put, more than $250 million for mediocrity means a bad and regrettable investment. Number 30, Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. Sorry, Cowboys fans, but Prescott's lack of playoff success and worrisome injury history make his new 4-year, $240 million contract very hard to understand. He's got the highest average annual salary in the game at $60 million. 2 career playoff wins and missing some games due to injury in 4 of the last 5 years? Yeah, that is not a deal that we would have given. But hey, you do you, Jerry Jones. You do you. Number 29, Tua Tagovailoa, Miami Dolphins. Tagovailoa only ranks this low because of, well, durability. Not because of his production. He's pretty good there. We fear that he's one more concussion or head-related injury away from having to retire, making his 4-year, $212.4 million extension far too risky and very worrisome. The deal kicks in this upcoming season. He's gonna have to stay healthy and lead Miami to a playoff win in order to make this deal worthwhile. Number 28, Sam Darnold, Seattle Seahawks. After a career year with the Minnesota Vikings, Darnold got a 3-year deal from the Seahawks worth $100.5 million, with $55 million of it coming in guarantees. I don't know. It's just too risky for a QB who was a total bust before landing in a star-studded Minnesota offense, coached by one of the league's best defensive minds in Kevin O'Connell. Seattle took a big risk by ditching Geno Smith for Darnold, and only time will tell if it actually pays off. In short, it's just way too much money for a guy who, as of now, stands as a 1-year wonder. Number 27, Brock Purdy, San Francisco 49ers. Giving Purdy a 5-year, $265 million extension this offseason carries way too many risks for our liking. Did the 49ers not just see how lackluster he was last year without Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey for most of the year? The 49ers should have just let Purdy play out his 2025 contract year. If anything else, they could have franchise tagged him. But giving him the 5th highest deal in history for one great season thus far is a little perplexing to us. Can't say we understand it, but it's what they've decided to do. Number 26, Daniel Jones, Indianapolis Colts. Early reports out of Indy are that Jones is ahead of Anthony Richardson in the QB1 race. Danny Dimes signed a 1-year deal worth $14 million just a few months after being cut by the New York Giants mid-season. It's only for 1 year, yeah, but geez, it's a high salary for one of the league's worst starting QBs of the past decade. Number 25, Justin Fields, New York Jets. After a solid 6-game audition in Pittsburgh, Fields signed a 2-year, $40 million deal with the Jets, giving him $30 million guaranteed. Which, yeah, that's certainly a choice. The Steelers are a better organization than the Jets. So, is New York positive that Fields will morph into a capable starter? Interesting. Hey, at least it's only a 2-year deal. Number 24, Spencer Rattler, New Orleans Saints. It remains to be seen if Rattler or rookie 2nd-round pick Tyler Shuck will win the starting job. But whoever wins the job might be the worst starting QB of 2025. But hey, at least the Saints are getting him on the cheap. Rattler's rookie deal signed last year is only worth $4.35 million over 4 years. And if he falters, well, Rattler at least helps New Orleans tank for a top QB prospect in 2026. Number 23, Joe Flacco, Cleveland Browns. It appears to be between Flacco and Kenny Pickett for the Browns starting QB job. Pickett has 1 year left on his rookie deal, and Flacco was brought back on a 1-year pact worth $4.25 million. Both are low-risk gambles for the Browns here. And yeah, Deshaun Watson would be 32nd on this list if he weren't sidelined for 2025. But having 2 potential starters on cheap 1-year deals was solid financial management by Andrew Berry. If Flacco can repeat the magic from 2023 that led to him winning Comeback Player of the Year honors, then this will be one mega bargain of a deal. Number 22, Russell Wilson, New York Giants. After a disappointing end to his time in Pittsburgh, Wilson signed a 1-year deal with the G-Men worth $10.5 million. That's pretty reasonable for a veteran starter. And if Wilson hits on his incentives, a final payout reaches $21 million. Wilson is a mid-tier starter at this phase of his career. If he doesn't pan out for the Giants, they can turn to Jameis Winston or rookie first-round pick Jackson Dart. But to get Wilson on a cheaper deal than Daniel Jones is darn good business. Number 21, Bryce Young, Carolina Panthers. The number 1 pick of 2023 has 2 years remaining on his $37.95 million rookie contract. He's a tough case to analyze, though. Young had a nightmare rookie year, then lost his starting job to Andy Dalton early in 2024. After the latter suffered an injury, Young regained the starting job and finished his sophomore year on a strong note. Regardless of how Young performs in 2025, though, an average annual salary of $9.48 million is not terrible by any means. Number 20, Cam Ward, Tennessee Titans. We're starting to enter the unknown and wildcard territory here. The number 1 pick signed a 4-year rookie deal worth a fully guaranteed $48.8 million. Only time will tell how Ward fares as Tennessee's starting QB. But you know, $12.2 million annually for a starting QB is pretty good value on paper. You know, if he pans out. Number 19, J.J. McCarthy, Minnesota Vikings. McCarthy signed his 4-year rookie deal worth $21.85 million last summer. Unfortunately, he missed his entire rookie year recovering from knee surgery. The fact that the Vikings chose McCarthy over Darnold, however, shows just how high the team values his potential. And hey, if McCarthy doesn't pan out, well, there's barely over $16 million left on the deal. Number 18, Drake May, New England Patriots. The number 3 pick of 2024 inked a $36.6 million deal and flashed plenty of potential in his rookie year. The Pats added a plethora of new weapons around their young QB, so there's a good chance for May to turn this into one of football's best contracts relatively quickly. Number 17, Michael Penix Jr., Atlanta Falcons. Penix replaced Kirk Cousins as the starting QB late last year, thus preventing Atlanta from a bottom 2 spot on this list. While Cousins will open 2025 as the league's priciest backup, the promising Penix is at least on a much more team-friendly 4-year, $22.8 million deal. So, let's see if Penix is the real deal in 2025. Number 16, Jordan Love, Green Bay Packers. Love has led the Packers to consecutive playoff appearances to begin his tenure as Aaron Rodgers' successor. We know this sample size isn't super high, but the 12th richest contract for a borderline top 10 QB is terrific value for the Packers. And to think, he isn't even in the top 10 for guaranteed money among QBs either. Number 15, Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh Steelers. Following his release from the Jets, Rodgers signed a no-risk 1-year deal with the Steelers worth $13.6 million with a $19.5 million max value. That's a pretty dang good bargain for a 4-time MVP and future Hall of Famer who will serve as an upgrade over any QB Pittsburgh has used since the start of the decade. Rodgers showed that he can still play on a lousy Jets team. So, if he stays healthy, this could be the best deal of 2025 free agency. Number 14, Geno Smith, Las Vegas Raiders. After coming over via trade from Seattle, Smith signed a new 2-year contract worth $75 million. That places him 17th in average salary at the position at $37.5 million. Smith led Seattle to 3 straight winning seasons and tossed 71 touchdowns from 2022 to 2024. His experience with Pete Carroll should make for a smooth transition in Sin City, too. Number 13, Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mayfield made the most of his prove-it deal in 2023 and turned it into a 3-year extension worth $100 million. He followed that up with a career year, cementing himself as one of the league's best bargain QBs. Hard to believe that 16 QBs have more value on their deals than Mayfield, who is not far away from getting $200 million plus on his next deal. Number 12, Bo Nix, Denver Broncos. Nick's rookie contract is a 4-year deal worth $18.6 million. We know that rookies can only sign for so much money, but don't forget that fellow 2024 draftee Caleb Williams got a $39.5 million fully guaranteed pact. Nick's led the Broncos to the postseason in his rookie year, ending the franchise's humiliating 9-year playoff drought. He stands to only improve over time, too, making this as good of a bargain rookie QB deal as one could ask for. Number 11, Caleb Williams, Chicago Bears. This may seem too high for some, but Williams flashed superstar potential as a rookie. And heck, he should be even better with a revamped offensive line, a deeper set of weapons, and Ben Johnson as his new head coach. So bank on his $39.4 million rookie deal becoming one of football's best basement bargain deals by the end of 2025. Number 10, Justin Herbert, Los Angeles Chargers. Say what you want about his lack of playoff success thus far, but Herbert's 5-year, $262.5 million deal is a fair price for a quarterback of his caliber. 8 QBs make more annually than Herbert, and heck, he is a borderline top 5 signal caller. It's hard to beat that. Number 9, Matthew Stafford, Los Angeles Rams. Stafford and the Rams explored a split before agreeing to a new 2-year contract worth $84 million this year. The term and $42 million average annual salary are excellent for a winner and former Super Bowl champion like Stafford. And with Devontae Adams coming to the Rams, Stafford should easily outperform this deal. Number 8, CJ Stroud, Houston Texans. A $36.27 million deal is beautiful for a guy with 43 touchdowns, 2 AFC South Division crowns, and a pair of wildcard round victories already under his belt. Stroud has totally outperformed that contract and is on his way to an extension of around $250 million at the moment. Number 7, Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels. We would love to put Daniels higher, but man, it would be unfair to place him over the marquee QBs who have greater career bodies of work. Still, $37.7 million is hilariously cheap for a QB who had an MVP caliber season as a rookie, leading the Commanders to a surprise NFC Championship game appearance. Hey, keep that going, and you may be looking at $300 million plus on your next deal, Mr. Daniels. Number 6, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. Burrow's $275 million deal is tied with Trevor Lawrence for the 3rd richest in football. Well, guess what? Joe Cool is worth every penny of that deal. In a time where above-average QBs are getting over $35 million annually, Burrow's $55 million AAV looks much better, especially 2 years after signing the 5-year deal. That contract should only age better for the Bengals over time as well. Number 5, Jared Goff, Detroit Lions. You can argue that Goff has been the top 3 NFL quarterbacks since 2023, so it doesn't make much sense that his $212 million deal is only the 14th highest among all QBs. Granted, it is a shorter term at 4 years, but only the 7th highest average annual salary and 8th most guaranteed money? That is a heck of a deal for the Lions, especially considering how much Goff has lifted this franchise over the last 3 years. Number 4, Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles. In 4 years as the Eagles' full-time starter, Hurts has led them to 4 playoff berths, 2 NFC championships, and a Super Bowl title. Oh, and of course, his $255 million deal is only the 8th richest among NFL QBs. 10 signal callers also have a higher average annual salary than Hurts at $51 million. So trust us, there are not 10 QBs better than Hurts, maybe 5 at most, which makes this a great value deal for Howie Roseman and company. Number 3, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills. Allen recently signed the 2nd biggest deal in NFL history, a 6-year deal worth $330 million that includes $250 million in guarantees. It is an astronomical deal, yeah, but man, he is worthy of it. Take your pick for the best QB in football, but Allen has single-handedly breathed new life into this Bills franchise and keeps them in Super Bowl contention annually. It is hard to hate literally anything about this deal. Number 2, Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. Again, we're not necessarily saying that Jackson is the 2nd best QB in the NFL, but it's already laughable that the Ravens got him to sign a 5-year extension worth $260 million in the 2023 offseason. I mean, seriously, how did Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, and Trevor Lawrence get richer deals than that? And how do 9 active starting QBs have a higher average annual salary than Jackson's $52 million mark? The two-time MVP has already outplayed that contract and will soon get a new and fair market value deal. Number 1. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs. Months after leading the Chiefs to a Super Bowl 54 championship, Mahomes signed a lucrative 10-year contract extension worth $450 million in 2020. That remains the largest contract in NFL history, but it's already proven to be a mega bargain for KC. 13 quarterbacks have a higher average annual salary than Mahomes, including Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, and Brock Purdy of all people. 14 QBs have more guaranteed money on their current deals as well. It is laughable that the game's best and most decorated quarterback isn't even a top 10 in guaranteed money or average annual salary. Absolutely ridiculous. But hey, who do you think has the best quarterback contract in the NFL right now? Do you agree with our list? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.